Hey guys, welcome back to Life Changing Wealth. I've got something kind of crazy I want to talk to you guys about. Something that I noticed on the Binance US exchange today, um, where Bitcoin actually dropped down to $8,000. Yes, it's currently around 63,000, but for a minute dropped down to $8,000. So let me just show you this on the charts. So if we take a quick look here, look at how insane this is. I don't think, like, imagine you look at this big red wick, right, out of everything else. And kind of what this shows, I really just wanted to come on and make a video strictly about this topic because there are times in trading when this has happened. This has happened to Ethereum. It's happened to Cardano, when Cardano was at around $2 and it went down to 15 cents for a wick. And so a few things I want to talk about regarding this, which is one, so how did this happen, right? Well, essentially what had happened on specifically the Binance US exchange, not the Binance exchange, only Binance US, was somebody sold around $50 million worth of Bitcoin all at once. All at once. And it essentially crashed the market down to it basically eliminated all of the Bitcoin that was up for sale on the order book. So that means that that person actually sold. So the way trading works, let me just sort of rewind for those that are maybe not familiar, is it's an auction-based platform where you determine how much you want to buy or sell a security, a cryptocurrency, or something of that sort. And so some people had put their buy orders in at $8,000 or $10,000. And as soon as somebody sold all $50 million worth of Bitcoin, essentially that person that put in a bid at $10,000 was able to scoop this up, right? So just imagine for a second how nuts this is, where if you had a buy order in at $10,000 today for a minute, the next minute, let's say you put $50,000 in, you would have bought 5 Bitcoin, let's say, at $10,000. And the very next minute, it goes up to around like 300 something, 320, 340, essentially making you $300,000 in less than a minute. That's totally nuts. Somebody got really lucky that had their order on the books today, and it's kind of a reminder that, you know, if you do have some U.S. dollars sitting on the sidelines, you could always put it in at a low order book value. And if you get lucky and somebody drops the bomb and sells all of their bag, some big whale comes in and sells all of their bag, you could make out. And some people did today. Unfortunately, it wasn't me, but somebody got lucky. And so another reason why this happens is, so it's not just the person selling their bag, the $50 million worth of Bitcoin. It's also the fact that along the way, well, it's a U.S. exchange, so this didn't happen for this case, but on other exchanges that have leverage built into the system, or what's called buying on margin, where people can get their whole accounts wiped out, their whole accounts liquidated if the price falls below a certain point or goes above a certain point, right? And what would normally happen on a leveraged exchange would be that as the price drops, other people get their essentially their holdings of Bitcoin liquidated, which means the exchange has to sell it. So imagine somebody drops a big bag of Bitcoin, then everybody else starts to get liquidated because the price is too far down, where now they don't have enough Bitcoin to cover the losses on their account, so then they have to get liquidated, which means that their Bitcoin gets sold. And it's a whole triggering effect. It's a big ripple effect down the market. And so sometimes you can see crazy wicks like this. I mean, Bitcoin hit the floor on this one particular exchange. For if we zoom in on the chart, guys, let's just scroll over here. Look at this. For 1 minute, just this massive red wick down to 8G. Totally nuts. Totally nuts. I just wanted to throw this out there, give you guys a little bit of education on this stuff, so when you do see it, you know, kind of roughly how it can happen, and I just wanted to throw it out there that somebody got rich from this today. It just wasn't me.